take my watch band off. You're trying to take my watch band off. I can't see that. It's kind of warm in here. Did indeed get to 77 degrees. Well, I don't know if I got 79. I got to 77. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Oh. There we go. I can see the dashboard. Clip my fingernails. Yeah, you can clip them fingernails, sweet girl. It's like a bunch of college friends traveling together. Probably, if I had to guess, probably two guys and both their girlfriends, or two girls and both their boyfriends. One of the two. Or two guys that are a couple and two girls that are a couple, or they could just be friends, I guess. You never know. Probably traveling about, seeing the world before college starts, because they all had a like one of those rent RV things. What do they call Cruise Americas? He has a motorcycle that he tries to change the timing on to make it sound cool, I guess. I don't know. So every time he lets off on it, it backfires, which is not good for a bike, but whatever. My guess is, I didn't see it. If I had to guess, he probably has some sort of like a Suzuki, or what's the one brand? It starts with a T. Isn't that like Titan or I don't know. Whatever the other brand is. And he changed the timing and all that to make it sound like a Harley. That's what I would guess and say. Well, we're gonna hope. So here's the whole reason why we decided to go live. We walked out to the van to do something. My legs actually don't feel too bad. I'm definitely going to have to change shoes, though, because my foot, I can feel in these shoes. I was hoping it would actually be better, but that is not the case. Speedometer thing, little speed check thing, and it said they were doing 36 and a 25. I was doing 29 and a 25. Anyways, we were gonna go hit Rodney. Hello, Tom. We were gonna hit Rodney Ridge, and I wasn't going to be able to live stream there, but it's closed, so that's why we're going to go do it. She's been napping all afternoon, so even though we did 10 miles this morning, she needs more. And so I was going to do that because I can do that. You can get a lot of vert there, but you don't have to. Like, you can, and it's not very busy. Well, I forgot that the chance of rain tonight increased. Like it's could definitely rain. And looking towards Rodney Ridge, it is like gonna rain any moment. I think if we go out to Scratch Gravel and do the 4 mile loop, I think we might get I think we might. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't think we're gonna get hit by the rain. Like, it's our best bet. Now, it is definitely raining out this direction, but I think it's gonna miss us. I guess that's what I was trying to say. If we go out there, now we're gonna see, because you can definitely tell it is coming down hard. I'm gonna put that one up because that's so noisy. You also go to the mountains a lot with your dog. Yeah, see, it's already starting to rain. It is coming down in a sheet off of the Continental Divide right now. So, if anything, even I don't think it's going to hit scratch gravels. It is definitely going to hit Helena because it's already starting to rain here and we're not out of the town yet. And then there's a different part of the storm. It's like the same storm, but like a different section of it, I guess. And it is raining up in Rodney, where we were thinking about going. So, or where I was originally going to go. So we're just going to go out here and hope for the best. And Nahri's looking at me. You hope for the best. I'm going no matter what, bitch. You know the thing that I don't get? The size of some of these side-by-sides that they make nowadays are bigger than a vehicle. Like, what's the point of it? The whole point of those vehicles originally was because they were smaller. You could go off-road, some of these other trails, all this kind of stuff. Now they're bigger than most vehicles. There's a lot of places in Montana on these trails, or old roads, or whatever you want to call them, that are limited by width. 3/4 of the frickin' side-by-sides out there wouldn't be able to go down those roads. So I think that was a lot of lightning right there. Ooh, do we really want to go out here, sweet girl? Well, we'll try. We'll see what it's going to be like. Yeah, we'll see what it's going to be like. But that was some nasty lightning. Hopefully it doesn't start new fires, because they're finally getting a lot of the fires under control after the last 2 days of a little bit of rain. Like, they haven't got a whole lot of rain. One of the biggest fires in Montana, they got 1/2 inch, which helped them be able to start containing it. They finally got one of them, because it's like a 2-fire complex. One of them now is at like 10% containment, and the other one is at 1% containment. All because of the weather we've had the last couple days. But guys, dang, lightning, that lightning that just, I wish you guys could have seen it. That was quite the lightning. Well, I'll just say that. I still think we'll be good. But the further we get out here, now that we're getting out of town, heading towards the scratch gravels, the storm looks like it's moving that direction more than it's moving this direction. I'm looking at the clouds, and it still looks like the clouds are moving this way, but the rain band, I guess, would be the more appropriate thing to say, is probably going the other way. I don't know. We'll give her a go. We'll drive out there. If not, it'll just be a nice little driving stream, I guess. They have some live music playing in front of the brewery that's like quarter block away from me, which is nice. Like, where I live, I could have the window open and just listen to live music all the time, which is really cool. or we just wander down there because it's free. It's put on outside the microbrewery, and they get money off of it. Like if you want to drink, you pretty much have to go to their little brewery to buy beer and stuff. So I get to listen to the music all the time, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, but it is going to get stormy. They're not going to be able to play music for very much longer because, they might just have to take a break for about 30 minutes and then they can start playing again. Boy, some of these clouds in this little storm band are just nasty looking. Like the one that's further south that's hitting like Rodney Rick. Gosh dang, this little cell right here doesn't look that bad, but it is just throwing out some horrible lightning. The rain stopped, but I can see it off to my left. And the rain band is now far enough north that it is most likely going to hit where we're going. It doesn't look like it's going to last very long, though, so we could probably just sit there and wait it out. Oh, geez, that lightning is just nuts right now. Thunder too. Holy cow, this isn't even like that bad of a, like that heavy of a cell, but it sure is packing a lot of lightning in it. So I looked at the radar. That's why I said it. Like when I looked at the radar, it said that there was a cell right here, but it didn't look like it was going to hit where we're trying to go to. It is clearly going to hit where we're trying to go to. It is all of a sudden just got super windy. We're definitely going through the gust front. He's looking at me like, are we safe? Like, do we have to be worried? Nah, we'll be fine. The lightning should be to the left of us, and man, it is just coming down hard. Ooh, god dang, that lightning is ridiculous. It's like raining really bad over there. How do you get up there? It's on the military base where that lightning is hitting, which is kind of ironic because the person that would be in charge of fighting the fires out there is currently on a fire further south for the DNRC. Getting like, I don't know, Incident command rule is for it. Well, I can see the band of the rain. It is like coming down something fierce over on the military base right now. So I can see why they said that rain would not be over here, right? I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, did the storm blow out a cell tower that I'm on? Because all of a sudden I lost connectivity, and maybe it did. I don't know, but because all of a sudden I went from 0 to 5 megabytes. That was just leaving at that time too, like on the trail, heading out on the trail, and I was like, oh, hopefully my legs don't feel too bad. Shoes though, I have my racing shoes on. Ooh, now the lightning's above us, but at least that means it's, geez, lady, get over a little bit there. Like driving in the ditch. Nahri, you just farted. That is stinky. Whew, that is stinky. What have you been eating? Freaking bag of pepperoni or what? Because that smells like a bad sausage dog fart. Okay, so we just got to wait this out and see what is going to happen with this storm, because it is blowing this way a little bit. Kind of don't really want to be sitting right here, but I don't really have any other good places to sit because there's all this lightning happening above us, and we're kind of see, this storm, if you look at the clouds, is not moving this direction. But if you look off to our right, which would be to the south of us, the rain band sure makes it look like it's heading towards us. Like the heavy part of the cell, of the storm cell, where that ridiculous lightning was hitting earlier. But I don't know, we'll more lightning and thunder. We'll give her a few minutes. Yeah, we'll give her a few minutes, sweet girl. See what this is gonna do. Luckily, it's not a dry thunderstorm because, ooh, geez, I don't know if, did you guys see that lightning over there? That's in the heavy part where it's been lightning. That would be about 3 miles away from us where that landed. I'd like to just change my shoes right now, but have to climb through the little center thing here, which from this direction is pretty tough. Coming from the back to the front is not bad, but going from the front to the back is pretty hard, especially when you have a doggo right here. Pretty sure that lightning just hit the mountain, the top of the mountain directly in front of us. Or somewhere off over there. I think it hit the top of the mountain. I can't see the high peak. I only see the twin peak on this side. The other peak is directly on the other side of it, and I'm pretty sure right up there is where it hit. Because I can see the third peak over this direction. And the thunder was really close afterwards. Or the sound of the thunder says it was only like 1.5 miles away from us, as fast as it was. And that'd be about right for that peak. It was definitely directly behind this peak, which is where the other peak, the main peak is. I think we're almost going to be done with this. I can see the edge of the rain over here. See, the lower level of this storm is actually moving south. But I think the storm itself is like mid-level, upper level is moving to... Oh, no, there's some more lightning. Okay, that's like 7 miles away, so we're good. What would it be moving? Northeast, I guess? Coming out of the southwest? Which is where it should be coming out of this time of year. Oof, I am sleepy. I gave you kisses. She's like, what? Why are you giving me kisses, bro? It's really kind of cool because looking off to the east over here, I can see a big storm cell, and the top part of it has the sun shining on it, and it looks really cool. I just wouldn't be able to show you guys very good because it's too much water on my window. It's dropped 12 degrees. It's 65 now. It was 77 when we left. See, we got to go do something, even if it's not the 4-mile loop, because, I mean, we could do the lower part here. That's 3 miles. Like, it's a 5K. And then it's almost like, well, if you're going to do that, you might as well just do the 4-mile loop. But, I mean, we could do that instead, just to be safe, you know, just in case we get hit by another storm cell. But I don't see anything off. Like looking in the mirrors, I don't see anything behind us. I don't see anything off that direction. But I want to eat pizza tonight, so we got to do something. I haven't earned my pizza yet. Because I made a recovery drink, like a recovery shake, that was probably close to 500 calories. And then lunch was probably 200 or 300 calories as well. Although I haven't really had a whole lot since then. Have I had anything else that had calories? I don't think so. Oh, I had an ice cream sandwich. That had some calories in it, so. Two in one day, yep. I try, like, when I'm trying to build up fitness, well, when I'm in a, like, right in a training block, I'm always doing 2 a days. But when I'm trying to build up my fitness, I try and do 2 a days as well. I mean, here, I'll be totally honest. I always do 2 a days. May not be a run, but when you have a little butt head like this, that if you don't take her and do something at nighttime, she is the biggest turd and you are not going to get any sleep. So we are just waiting out the weather so we can get out here and do something. Dislocated your patella, holy cow. Constantly bothering you? I've heard that with other people that have had that happen as well. She's a good girl? No. Like right now she is. I think we're almost through the rain. I can still see some haze off that direction though. But it is, ooh, that was some lightning. It is almost ended now, the rain though. There's like a slight sprinkle. But we'll give her a couple more minutes just because I don't want to be stuck out. Well, 2 reasons. I don't want to be all of a sudden get stuck out there and have it start really coming down raining. 11 years ago and it's still an issue. Oh, geez. Don't cancel. Should probably do more physical therapy. Such a drag, yeah. But I also want to wait a little bit with as much as it's lightning. I'm going to be running around outside of trees holding onto a metal stick with a electronic device on it. So, and see, she's starting to get sassy. She is getting so sassy right now because she wants to be out there. She doesn't understand why we're sitting in here. Here, stick your face out the window. She doesn't like the rain, so. Her name is Nahri. So that tells you it's not sprinkling that bad, because if she's still sticking her face out. Ooh, it is still thundering pretty good though. Like, it's hardly sprinkling at all. Now you take some raindrops to the face. Making you itch, huh? Oh, now Now it's starting to sprinkle a little bit harder again. We'll give her a couple more minutes and see what it's going to do. Because it doesn't look like it should be raining for much longer, but you never know. It's thundering in the clouds themselves. So that tells me that there's lightning up inside the storm directly above us. Oh, there's a good one right there. That lightning wasn't very far away from us either. About 4 miles away. I did get pretty lucky with her. Thunder doesn't bother her at all. Fireworks don't bother her. Any of that kind of stuff. She's just like, whatever. My last Vizsla did not like thunderstorms or fireworks or anything like that. It's still sprinkling. I could put a light rain jacket on, but I will overheat because it is 65 degrees out. There's still the slightest haze looking off the direction that the storm's coming from. So it's definitely still sprinkling, but my windshield says it's barely doing anything. It's supposed to rain in Germany for the next week. This is the last day of rain for... Like it's going to be like cloudy and stuff, and it's not going to be as hot. Like it'll be in the 70s and 80s, but I don't think it's supposed to have any, like not even any thunderstorms until probably Wednesday, and then we have a couple more days of chance of thunderstorms. But for the most part, the weather this next week is going to be pretty nice. Hopefully the firefighters can actually get some stuff done on our fires, make some headway on our fires. I got hiccups again already. 90-degree heat the last months, down to 70s, and then probably middle of September we'll get down to the 50s. Yeah, we'll be... I looked at the long range forecast, and in like 2 weeks they're forecasting it to maybe get back up into the 90s again. But come September, we'll be in the 80s at the highest, but we'll probably be just hovering in the 70s. But we don't really get our highs don't get down too low until November-ish. And then it's like, you never know. Like, it could get cold in October. Like, it could get, like, we'll have some cold days, but the average will probably be in the 50s and 60s. But then November, it could be like minus 20. And it'll be like that for till the next March. Or we might have like a couple days of like 20 degrees, and then it'll be nice, and then end of December we might get down, you know, into the single digits, and then it'll get nice, and by nice, like in the 30s and 40s. And then like usually January, no matter what, we're minus 20, minus 30. You work night shift outside and it's not ideal. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Like, our lows will be down into the 20s by the middle of September. Because we'll be below freezing point for our lows, like, for sure, by the end of September. And we won't come back out of it till March with our lows anyways, being above freezing. I think we might be good. I haven't heard any thunder for a while. As I say that, I hear thunder. Thank you, storm. And my windshield has hardly got anything on it, so I think we might try. If anything, we'll head out on the lower trail. Maybe we'll just do this lower loop, because she just needs a few miles. I don't need any miles. I did 10 miles this morning. But she needs to do some stuff. Oh, I need to turn my switch off. I'm trying to charge my batteries, because they are like dead. D-E-D, dead, huh? Oh, she's excited. She knows what's happening. She knows. I gotta change my shoes too. Oh, my fat ass is sticking to the vinyl seats. Yeah, see, there's the storm that just came through. And a little bit of sprinkles. And that's where the storm's coming from, so it doesn't look too bad. I think we'll be fine. But you can see, like, the backside of this, the rain whatever, what do you call that? The rain column. So that storm has already made it through Helena, even, because I can see Mount Helena. Ooh, that thunder is bad. Okay, I'm gonna grab my other shoes. A little bit of sprinkles, but I think we'll be okay. This reminds me of, totally reminds me of being in West Virginia up in the Dolly Sods area. With these storms. Like there's something about these storms that just make me think of that. The way they look. Like the clouds and all that. I don't know if that makes sense. Because they don't look like a normal... Like, this isn't like the normal storms that we have this time of year. Like, this would be more... like winter storm looking clouds, but they're dropping rain, not snow. So that's why it's weird to me. Okay. Put a hat on. So if it does start to sprinkle, I don't get so cold. Figure out where my dog goes at. Dang, there's a lot of energy in that cloud. My dog's already down there in the sagebrush. Ooh, that's actually right above me. I'm a little worried, since I will be carrying something that would attract static electricity. So I've had a couple close calls with lightning, and so that's why I am like, I wouldn't say I'm scared, but I'm probably overly cautious. We'll put it that way. What do you think, sweet girl? Let me see if I can. My lens is probably all goofy, dirty. I didn't clean it after this morning. Whoa, what's going on with my gimbal? I like how she was just like over here just goofing off, and then she heard me shut the door and all of a sudden was like, let's go. That is just crazy. You can see like the rain downspout right there. That is just nuts. Like you can see the clear edge of it. Just as the storm goes, it doesn't look like it's that bad of a storm cell, but it has clearly got a lot of energy in it. Goodness gracious. Hit the start button. Okay. Well, my legs are, oh, excuse me, pretty bent, because she was trying to pull me at a 3-minute mile pace. So I don't know how much running I will be doing, but we're gonna give it a go. Oh, these shoes are way better. Because my feet were starting to hurt. And those other shoes, they're a lot tighter because they're my racing shoes, but they have like really good like arch support and everything. And so I was like, well, maybe that'll help with my other problem I'm having. Which I think it actually probably would have, but she wants to go that way. She might be right. Is somebody coming down the trail? Or is that a tree? Like, there ain't nobody out here. There's 0 cars parked. Gosh dang. Thunder. Oh, now she wants... Welcome to paradise. I'm guessing somebody followed? That's like my old. What the heck is going on? I have to get in. She wants to go this way. Will this work though? I don't know if I'll be able to. Hello. don't know, how would you say that? Fit goog? Fight goog? Fight goog? Welcome. I'm guessing you just followed. Thank you for the follow, because I heard my old, that was my old follow music. I don't even know why that is still on my, like, where did that come from? Goog is fine. Whew, man. Yeah, my leggies are so tired. That run, a little bit of, it wasn't even a run, that little jog, I wouldn't even call it a jog. The jog I just did. The leggies are definitely, that was like my leggies are tired, but trying to do that little run I did right there was, my hip flexors are so stiff that it hurt. Whew. Okay, I don't like, it's starting to sprinkle more too. So there is another storm coming at us, but it's a ways off because the Continental Divide's about, what, 7 miles from here, and it hasn't even hit it yet. So I don't know why it's still sprinkling a little bit, because I don't even see any rain around here. Whatever. If it gets any worse, I'll have to turn around, but it should be fine right now, I think. I don't know about this lower trail. When we get further up here, the signal isn't so good. So we'll see how this works. Like, this grass went from being green a few days ago to yellow, dropping its seed already. Why running uphill, because we're going uphill right now. Running uphill feels way easier than running downhill or on flat. Oh, there she is. I like, where'd my doggo go? Hoo-wee. Definitely take the rain right now, that's for sure. Like, I am not a big fan of running in the rain. Mostly because I don't mind running in the rain, but I can't live stream if I'm running in the rain. But I would rather have rain and be forced to run on a treadmill in the gym in order to be able to live stream. And even then, the gym I go to, I probably wouldn't be able to live stream even there. But I'd rather do that. And I hate treadmills with a passion. But if it meant that we were going to get rain. And that's what's weird. Like, most of Montana is doing pretty good. Like, out of all of the US, we had a decent snowpack. Like, some areas were well above normal. And then, like, I don't know what it was, like a month ago, like, our last snowstorm that we got hit with in the mountains was last weekend in June, so just a little over a month ago. And like, a lot of our snow, or our mountain snowpacks, like, after that snowstorm, or I don't want to say it's the moisture, like in the ground and all that, was like a couple 100% above normal up until a few weeks ago. And then it just got stupid hot, like triple digits, no precipitation for weeks. It just dried everything out, and then we started getting fires. And it's like I've always told people, they never really understood it when I said that. For us, you look at like Colorado, and they're like complaining like, oh, our fire season is going to be bad because we didn't hardly get any snow. For us in Montana, for us, the dependency on how bad our wildfire season is dependent on how much moisture we get in the springtime. It has nothing to do with snowpack, any of that. Because when our grass, if it's like a really wet springtime, our grass will get super tall and super thick. And that's what drives our wildfires. Because no matter what, the grass dries out, around this time of year. And really, for even out here, this time of year, I don't know if you can tell, our grass even out here is actually still somewhat green. So for this late in the year, that's actually a good sign that we still have, this green of grass. But that's not everywhere in the state, and you can tell, like, some of the pockets where the fires are bad is the driest parts of our state, where everywhere else is doing good. Have I ever had someone lay on my stomach and listen to the noises? I mean, not necessarily on purpose, just to listen to the noises, but I mean, my ex-wife every now and then would tell me how she could hear things in my stomach when she'd just have like her head laying on me. Dog goes way out there. She's making sure she's far enough ahead of me that she gets to decide what we're doing. What it is lately, it's like whenever I run, I just get wicked hiccups. Oh, that breeze feels nice. think as fast as I'm moving, I think we're just gonna do the 5K run here. I don't think we're gonna have enough time. We'll get caught in this next storm coming if I try and push it for the 4-mile loop, which we'll see how I'm doing when we get to the top up here. And I'll look at the storm behind us. Could just go up to the middle up here, this middle trail, instead of going up to the saddle. Maybe I'll try and convince her to do that, just so to do something different. And I think I should be able to maintain pretty good signal doing that as well, where going up the saddle or up to the saddle, I think I lose signal for a bit of it anyways. The smell of the sagebrush is so strong right now. And I'm one of those that I love the smell of sagebrush. Not everybody does. I do. Good dog doing. Oh. It looked like she was just sitting there, but no, she was standing up. I was so confused. That was only 1 mile? Jeez. Well, we're not doing the middle, going up the middle, because we just passed that trail, so I guess we're going up to the saddle. And then let's just take the high road back. Well, it's not a road, it's a trail. Take the high trail back. Whew. Now's when we should be heading to Mount Helen. I bet you there are 0 people up there. Well, one, it's a Saturday night. And that's what's kind of weird, like, if you're gonna go to like our closer mountains, like either Mount Ascension or Mount Helena, between like 5 and 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday, at night, I guess I should say, always busy, always people up there. And it's the same thing from like 6 in the morning till 10:30. It's always busy. But then, like, you get on the weekends, even Friday night is busy. But like a Saturday night, there ain't nobody out there. after 4 o'clock, I'd say. Like, it'll be busy all day at Mount Helena on a Saturday up until about 4 o'clock. And after that, there ain't nobody out there. Same thing on Sunday. It'll be really busy from like 6 to noon. Maybe a little later, probably a little later than that even. A lot of people go after church too in the afternoon, but once like 4 o'clock hits, there ain't nobody out there. Can't get into their bar hopping time. I do think, though, I was thinking about this. Now, I don't plan on being here much. So this wouldn't really make sense, but while I was here, so I have been here quite a bit the last few weeks, I should have gone back to like what I used to do, you know, go back to what worked. And when I was working here in Helena, I had like my own little running group, which I don't know what is up with, like, I created like a Facebook page for the running group. Well, then when I moved to DC, I tried to like delete the Facebook page. You know how hard it is to delete a Facebook page? So it's still sitting out there. Like, you can search it on Facebook, even though I have it like suspended or whatever. And it was like, when I tried to delete it, you see if somebody else wants to run the page, you know, type of thing. Well, I only had like, it was a small running group. I'd only been doing the running group thing for like less than a year. I had like 14 members maybe. And none of them were like regulars that showed up. They just showed up when they showed up, very infrequently. Like, most of the time it was just me. So I was like, yeah, who am I gonna give this to? Like, just delete the damn thing. And I could never figure out how to delete it. So it still sits out there. Well, hosting like a long run of some sort. But yeah, so it was like the running club in town, they host like, I think 2 runs every week. Like, I think there's a Thursday night run and like a Tuesday morning run or something like that. That's all they host. And at that time they were mostly focused on like trail running. I was not focused on trail running at all. Like, I hardly ever, like, I didn't even know what trail running was up until like just a little bit ahead of that, like when I started the running group. And so because of that, I decided, you know, we're gonna have this running group called Helena Downtown Runners, just for people that want to do a mixture of things. And so all of our runs, we left from the Bullwhacker statue, which is just outside our building, because it's a landmark, you know, easy. Monday through Saturday, run with them. And that was every morning at like, I think 6 o'clock in the morning. Then people could be done, shower, go back and make it to work on time. Because we would never do more than, you know, at the most a 10K, which would take like an hour, a little over. But what would you do if someone had the power to shrink someone to an inch? What would you do? Oh, if I had the power, I wouldn't shrink anybody, because that wouldn't be nice. So, all that being said, when I was running that running group, I was running twice a day, hosting groups. Like, we would do whatever in the morning, and then at night it was, Nahri, I think we gotta go this way, sweet girl, because that storm's coming in, so we gotta go this way. Yeah, she wants to do the whole loop, but that storm is, it might miss us, but I can't tell. Like, it does actually look like it's going more that way, so it might swing to the north of us, but it's hard to tell, and I don't want to take the chance. And then every night we climbed Mount Helena, and I mean, I do the morning runs right now, but I need to get my uphill legs, although I was very impressed the fact that on this morning's run I was able to, for the first time, I was able to run the entirety of the South Hill Drive. I've never been able to run up that without stopping. So my legs are a lot stronger than they used to be. Even in out of shape as I am, my legs felt great. I was just breathing really hard on that. But it'd still be nice to just be like, we're gonna do Mount Helena every night. Just try and get our strength back. Like, even right now, my legs are shot. I'm still able to run. This is uphill right here. And it's soon to be downhill, but then it'll be uphill again, and then downhill. This trail here is just a lot of up and down as we go around the mountain here. I'm definitely not running fast, so we're doing like a 12-minute mile, just kind of shuffling, which is fine. It's all good. I don't need to be fast. Unless it starts to rain, then I need to be fast. But like I said, I think that actually is gonna go around us to the north. So we should be okay. It's a coal train. Probably heading to Seattle to send all that coal to India or China or somewhere, if I had to guess. Although I think there's a coal power plant over in Washington area, I think, too. So maybe it's going there. No, I think most of that just gets exported. Gets loaded at the port there in Seattle onto a big ass boat. Where my dog went? I started to run down to the left, but I wasn't paying attention if she came back or not. Oh, there she is. She's still coming back from dropping down on the left. I see, girl. You having fun? Her tail says she's having fun. Hopefully this is enough to get her to settle down for the evening. Her problem is She needs actual playtime. Like, I wear her ass out running all the time, but she doesn't get any actual play. I should just run her over to the dog park afterwards and see if there's any doggos there tonight. Probably not, with the storm coming through. And it's a Saturday night. There's probably not any doggos. Well, our plan tomorrow is to do our OG recovery run route again. So make sure you show up for that. I'm gonna try and no, we're not going to the top. She wants to go to the top of the mountain. Yeah, I know, sweet girl. But I know you have endless amount of energy. The rest of us don't. So I'm gonna try and get out there early, like by 7, maybe even earlier. I'm always up earlier, but we'll see. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow at all. I think this is supposed to come through, and then sometime in the middle of the night, like pretty much all these storms will be gone. So I want to try and get out as early as I can tomorrow before it gets hot. Not that it's going to get hot, but cooler is better. So we'll see what time we can get out. Plus, I'm trying this new pre-workout, and it just does not do anything for me. I need to go and try and, I wish you could get, now I understand why they had to get rid of it, because people were popping hot during drug tests, mostly in the military, because that's who bought it all. But the original recipe of C4, that crap would amp me up. But they get rid of it, reformulate it. It just doesn't work the same now. I think one big thing, I think, is they had to pretty much halved how much caffeine was in it from the original to what they have now, and it's like because I think they had, it's just like a Red Bull. Look at a Red Bull from like, or any energy drink really, from like 10 years ago versus today. The FDA made them like severely reduce the amount of caffeine in them things, because all these high schoolers were having heart attacks because they'd drown, down like 6 of them, while at school or whatever, and then they'd be freaking, their heart would be exploding. And it's like, well, us normal people that have just like one of them, we're okay. Like, but we want that extra caffeine. Red Bull, I say Red Bull because that's pretty much all I can drink. I can't do fake sugars, sugar substitutes, really. I definitely can't do phenylalanines. That's the worst for me, but I can do other kinds at a moderate level we'll say, like sucralose, stevia, that kind of stuff. I can do moderate, but phenylalanines, I'll get a freaking migraine. Like, it triggers migraine instantly. And I always thought I was just a weirdo because of that, but no, that's actually a huge thing, like with a lot of people. Because I don't remember what the science behind it is, but like a phenylalanine is the byproduct of your body naturally what do you call it? Processing, I guess, like sugar. Like, it's just something that like naturally occurring in your body, but there's a certain population out there that can't like break down the phenylalanine in their system, and because of what it's used for and all that kind of stuff, like, it basically just goes straight across the brain barrier, and it'll cause horrible headaches for some people. Like, it's actually, for a lot of people that are affected by it, it's actually deadly because it can cause them to like die. They'll have like brain swelling and hemorrhaging and whatever else, because there's an actual, like, not a disease, but what do you call it, a condition or whatever for that, specifically because of that for some people. And I don't have that, like, full-blown condition, but it does affect me. Like, I will get, like, I may not get a migraine if I was to drink one, what's the ones that have phenylalanine in it? Is it Monster? They used to. I don't know if they still do. I think like Ghost and some of those still does. But if I was to drink like one of them, I might not get a migraine. It might take me like drinking like 5 or 6 of them before I get a migraine, like over the course of like a week. Or I could just have a sip and all of a sudden get a migraine. And it's the same thing with anything with like a sulfate in it. I can't drink wine because of the sulfates. And so, like, sometimes I can drink like a glass of wine and I'm fine. Hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you stopping for some butt smacks? Is that what it is? Or I can just have like a sip of wine and I will have a migraine. And it's anything with sulfates. Like, what the heck is that? The fancy vinegar, European balsamic vinegar. Because that balsamic vinegar has sulfates in it. And I can't have that because same reason. Like, I used to cook with that all the time. And like, I've never really drank wine, but I would cook with balsamic vinegar all the time. And then just weird times, I would just get a migraine. Like, out of nowhere. And it was like, I never understood. Well, then years ago, I was with some friends and I drank like a glass of wine. And like within an hour, I had a migraine. And I was like, what the heck? That was weird. And then suffered through it. And then it's very rarely that I get migraines like back to back. Like, usually if I get them, you're talking months in between them. Well, same friends, hanging out with them, and had another glass of wine. Within an hour, had a migraine. And so I was like, what the heck? And then kind of put it together and then looked. and saw, like, did some Google research, and come to find out, like, sulfates can trigger migraines on people. And so then I found out that wine had sulfates in it, and it's like, oh, well, that sucks. Sweet girl, we're gonna go back. I know you want to keep going, but we're gonna go back. We're going back. Yeah. Now she's gonna be a butthead because she does not want to go back. She doesn't know how to, so she's a little frustrated since we're going back, and she doesn't know how to handle that. Like, she does not know what to do with those frustrations. That looks cool. Like, the sun is trying to poke through this storm. Oh, you can see it is raining something fierce. This is the one that I was worried about was going to hit us. It definitely is going to the north of us, but it's raining really good. That's definitely coming for us for sure. But that's still, I'm starting to see a little haze coming over the Continental Divide. So it is raining at the Continental Divide, but like I said, that's like 7 miles away still. This right here though, that's like maybe 3 miles away. But we're gonna get about a little over 2.5, not quite 3 miles out of this, so that's a good little run for the night. I mean, that still puts us at 13 miles for the day. More than that, really. Or no, about, oh, I guess it'd be like right at 13 miles. 12 miles. Between 12 and 13, I guess. Like, doing math while you're trying to run is hard. So, you know, I want to know what it feels like to put that many miles on my legs for a few days. Not tomorrow. I'm going to do an actual recovery day tomorrow, but starting next week, I really want to see, I want to try and average 15 miles a day. So we'll see how we do. The first couple days are going to suck, but then my legs typically bounce back like pretty fast. So we're gonna see how my body can handle high mileage. If I start to feel any little niggles or whatever, I'm not gonna push it because I don't want to get injured. But I definitely need to work on my right soleus, though. I can feel it a little bit after this morning. So I gotta remember to grab my massage gun when I go inside tonight. Hard part's gonna be, I plan on getting some decent peaks as well. And most of the peaks I want to do are, you know, right around that 10 to 12 mile mark round trip with, you know, 3,000 to 5,000 feet of vert, depending on the peak. But so when I start doing vert and stuff like that, to go out for like a 5K after that, or longer, depending on if it's 10 miles or not, that's gonna be rough. It'll be probably a lot of shuffling like I'm doing tonight. Like, I'm shuffling along at a 13-minute mile pace right now. It's actually a little bit faster than that, but because we're going downhill, my watch gets confused. like flatline distance, yeah, or flatline speed, yeah, I'd probably be about 13 and a half. But in actuality, I'm probably doing closer to 11 and a half to 12. But it's okay. I don't have to move fast, like I said. Just gotta get the miles in. See, now my watch says I'm doing a 14. I can walk at 15. I'm going faster than I can walk, aren't I? That's just crazy. Maybe I am shuffling that slow. Just doesn't feel like it. It's like when I did my FKT 2 years ago. On the way back, I felt like I was flying down that trail. Like about a 6.5, 7 minute mile pace. But every time I looked at my watch, it said I was like 9.5, 9:45. It's like, what the hell? I'm definitely going faster than that. Yeah, see, now I have slowed down going up this hill, and now my watch has dropped 45 seconds per mile. So I just think it's off. It doesn't know what it's doing. Like going up this hill, it says I'm doing 13. And I'm going slower than I was on that downhill. It said I was doing 14:03. The Lance are digging out all their holes since the rain stopped. It's just kind of funny because it's going to rain again. That's a pretty dark storm right there that is missing us. Like if it truly was coming at us instead of going around us to the north, that would be hitting us right now. We wouldn't have made it back to the van. So it's a good thing. And then, you know, in all actuality, we probably could have done the loop because it doesn't look like that's, you know, it's still probably 20 minutes away, and we wouldn't be out there for another 20 minutes. We'd only be out there for maybe 15 at the most if we were to do the loop. So, whew. Okay, well, I really want to run to the grocery store, but I have no reason to. I already have pizza. I really want pizza tonight. And I already have some of that. But plus, if I go to the store, it's probably going to rain while I'm in there. And we'll have to walk in the rain home. Yeah. Well, good job, sweet girl. Yeah, you did good. I know we didn't go as long as you wanted, but you did good. You did good. Yes, you did so good. You did so good. Oh, goodness. Oh, now we're dancing. She dances when she gets her butt scratched. Take that hat off so I can try and cool down a little bit. Man, I got sweaty up there. I got sweaty in general. My back is probably all, yeah, I got sweaty, that's for sure. I got sweaty. Oh. Do you need some water? I didn't notice where the water's empty. Well, it's almost empty.
it takes her. Damn near gone. Okay, well.
My dog jumped in the back like we were getting ready to go to bed. She misses not being in the van. So, not living the van life, being like, there are certain things she really likes about our condo, but she misses not just being camped out on. Oh, thank you. Oh, geez.